The journey is basically just reaching out for help. And that's what a lot of these clients are trying to do, is reach out for help.
In this homelessness experience, I feel like people, once again, feel forgotten and abandoned, and it's almost like people don't want to look at them.
Many of them would end up dying outside. There's nowhere else for them to go.
AHOPE is a good place to start the process because it's meeting people's basic needs. People who may be resistant from going in and checking into a shelter or a more formal setting find a relax and ease to the casualness of AHOPE.
AHOPE is the front door to housing. So people come in here to do all the paperwork they need to do to get on the housing list. There's connections here. There's mental health connections. There's medical connections.
They're going to get their mail, they're going to get a hot shower, something to eat. So it's a great place where we're catching people right where they are.
We have some folks that you would never know that they were experiencing homelessness because they come in, they take showers, they get clean clothes, and they go to work. It is a place for people who may otherwise be isolated to come and build community and learn about what resources are available, and a place where people can feel heard and valued even if they don't feel that way throughout the day.
I was a client here at AHOPE. It was 3 years. I was a client on the street for 3 years, and then I got housed. And that's where I feel like I got my stability. I was able to put my feet back on the ground. And I feel like the staff, when I was a client here, helped me get my life back. And that's why I'm here. It gives me great pride. It gives me a lot of pride and a lot of gratitude. I know Alana was one of my biggest supports.
So originally I started my career at AHOPE. The reason why I switched over to PSH was because of a gentleman who his street name was Malachi. He was a really gruff, rough human. It was hard. Malachi wouldn't talk to me. A lot of times I'd bring him a cup of coffee outside because he wouldn't come inside. Over the years of working with him, I realized that as he was aging, he was getting grumpier, but he wasn't tougher. He was actually decreasing in his abilities to take care of himself. The last time that I saw Malachi, he came into AHOPE and he was really upset and crying, and I was like, oh, Malachi does not cry. And he was like, I brought you something. And I was like, I can't take presents. And he pulled out this picture of a dragon, and it's still in my office to this day. And he said, I'm bringing you this dragon because I'm a dragon and you're a dragon. But no matter what, you always care about me. As I progressively watched him through the day, I kind of became nervous about how he was doing overall. By the end of the day, we ended up calling EMS and he went to the hospital. I left on vacation for 3 days. And when I came back, I had found out that Malachi was discharged from the hospital that night and had frozen to death the following night on the streets. I'll never forget how hard that is to know that somebody was just able to perish, just like their life meant nothing. He had kids, he had family, he was somebody's son, he was somebody's father, he was a community member to me. And to know that so many people had probably walked by him and never even thought anything about it.
These are our most vulnerable neighbors, and they deserve the opportunity to have housing as much as anybody else does.
I feel like building community is just having the kindness and compassion to invite people in, once again, to this space that feels loving and kind.
As long as we're open and available to help, that's what we try to do.
I look at AHOPE as this kind of saving grace. It's the place where the people who are fighting the hardest just to make it through today have somewhere to go.